eatradio.com.
Hello, we are live. Yes, two guys in a chick show. Welcome to the show. I am Chuck. This is Bonnie.
Hello.
Stop messing with my thing. Give me. All right.
Well, nothing.
Nothing yet.
Okay, fine.
So, go ahead.
Yes.
Here now, the news.
Oh, really? No, what did you do this
Oh,
weekend?
what did you do this weekend?
You don't want to go into it like you normally do? You just want to bam
No,
right in there?
that's it.
No foreplay, no nothing.
Go ahead. Get in there.
Nothing. Did nothing this weekend.
What are you bringing to the table, then? Why did I need to ask? What, are we killing time? We're already a half hour late.
All right.
Kevin didn't get here till 2 minutes ago. We were waiting for him. It was his fault.
Sure, blame it on the help. Sure.
You did something this weekend. We got beer sprayed all over our equipment.
Yeah, we did
That was quite
we did a
interesting.
sound job with an interesting band. Yeah.
It's quite interesting, right?
Yeah.
We didn't know they were going to spray beer all over our stuff.
And gyrate all over each other. No, we didn't know any
I
of that.
wasn't concerned about them gyrating on each other.
It was a little weird and uncomfortable.
Gyrating on my equipment. I got sticky beer everywhere. It's not the good stick. It's the bad stick.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, right? Am I right or wrong? I mean, every cable had beer on it.
Yeah.
Did they miss anything? I think they got it all.
Yeah, I think they got it all.
How about the guys in the control room? What'd you do, Matt? I'm sure you're always doing something interesting.
I'm trying to remember. What did I do this weekend? I know I slept.
I kind of figured that. I think that's a
It's a
given.
requirement.
Yeah, that's definitely a requirement, you know.
I went out to karaoke last night
Okay.
with Kevin.
Did you?
Yep. He won't sing with me.
No?
You won't sing like with you?
Yes, he flat out refuses to do a duet with me.
Yeah. You're holding them back.
I know. But I thought I could learn something.
Yeah. Not going to happen.
So I sang with one of his girlfriends instead.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin has multiple girlfriends.
Yeah, it's a harem. It's a harem type thing going on there.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
got groupies.
Wow. I'm impressed.
And he's definitely a Chuck prodigy because he drinks Jack Daniels.
Yeah. You can tell he's one of my guitar students.
Yeah.
Right?
Ugh.
So, Kev, what did you do besides karaoke?
For the weekend, nothing.
Nothing for the weekend?
No, just boring.
Just chilling
Sit
out,
at home. Same old, same old.
regenerating, getting yourself ready for the girlfriends on
On
Tuesday night?
karaoke.
On karaoke?
Pretty much.
All right. What songs did you sing at karaoke? You Light Up My Life? Did you do that one?
No, Blue on Black. Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Okay.
Um,
Did you play for it too, at least?
no.
You should have brought your axe. You should have did the whole.
It's karaoke.
Yeah.
Not karaoke or whatever you would call that.
Well, you could make the whole thing happen, you know, karaoke with a flavor, you know. Make the show. What else did you sing?
Simple Man.
Nice.
You know,
Okay.
You know, because like for Tuesdays, it's kind of like a country thing, but he'll let like some blues and southern rock slide.
He'll let like some blues and southern
Well,
rock
the DJ.
slide. Who is this DJ?
Does it
Anthony V. Something with a V.
Something with a V? He's told. When you get there, you smack him in the back of the head, and you go, listen, Chuck said, what's this baloney about just country karaoke?
It's
Call it
country night.
karaoke.
It's
It's
the
a
night.
theme night.
So it's karaoke.
It's controki.
Drunky.
And then after you had a few Jack Daniels, it's condrunky.
Either way, it's country night. That's what they do. It's country on that night.
It's
So
not
you
up
have
to
a
him.
couple
It's
of
up to
Jack
the
Daniels, and you
owners.
play the music backwards, and you get your horse back, your cow back, and your truck back. Is that how it works?
That is such an old joke, they don't know it.
I know.
Yeah, that's beyond old.
You know,
Sad thing is, I'm old enough to know
What
it.
happens in most country songs? You lose your dog, your truck breaks down, your wife leaves you. So if you play it backwards, you get all your junk back. You get it? You see how it
Yes,
works?
but see, country
Ba-dum-bum.
music isn't like that anymore.
I know. Country music is getting a little heavier because they
Yeah.
realized they were going in the wrong direction.
Oh, okay.
That's what it turned out to be.
They read Chuck's book.
No, I don't know if it was Chuck's book, but actually it's a country rock book is what they read because it sounded more like country rock from the 70s. So it's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys had fun. Tossed back a couple. Did Matt buy you a drink, Kev? 3 or 4 of them? No, Matt.
He
didn't get that
offered a
happy.
shot, but I refused. Nothing personal, but I just
Just can't have a guy buying him drinks.
I can.
Yeah, that I know.
All right. So you ready
Oh, okay, 4.
for news?
Oh, here now the news.
Here now in the news. Now it's not just stupid news. It's all kinds of news. We've got all kinds of news today. We're going the whole spectrum. There's a group called the American Atheists. They filed a lawsuit against the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey in New York State Court, seeking to tear down the World Trade Center cross at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum in New York City.
Right.
According to attorneys with the Alliance Defense Fund, this lawsuit is completely out of step with the Constitution. I'm glad to hear that, at least. Senior counsel Byron Babillon says one atheist group's agenda shouldn't diminish the sacrifice made by heroes of 9/11. A cross like this one simply does not amount to a government establishment of religion under either the U.S. Constitution or the New York Constitution. The cross is not only known far and wide as a religious symbol, but also as a symbol of death, remembrance, and honor for the dead. Americans have long recognized this. Long recognized this. Nothing in the Constitution authorizes atheists to scour the landscape on a mission to seek and destroy memorial crosses. This also, believe it or not, is not the first lawsuit of its kind for American atheists.
Really?
Really, they're currently fighting to tear down roadside crosses honoring fallen state troopers in the state of Utah. That case is still under appeal, so that's not done yet. And in 2010, the U.S. Supreme Court concluded that a veterans memorial in the form of a cross in the Mojave Desert of California did not have to be removed. In that ruling, the court wrote, the goal of avoiding governmental endorsement does not require eradication of all religious symbols in the public realm. Basically, what they're saying is that just because they have things that sometimes are considered religious doesn't mean that it's totally religious.
It's just symbolic.
It's symbolic, and it's a memorial for people who died. So, being as that is something that is recognized as something for death, it's okay.
Well, here's a very interesting thought.
Okay.
We don't come to their place of atheism and say don't be an atheist.
Okay.
So don't come to our places and say don't be religious. Okay, there's a speck of desert where we put a cross up because we're honoring people that maybe have fallen. There's other desert where there isn't anything. You can have that part of the desert. And if you don't want to put anything up, don't. This way you don't have to worry about there being a cross there. We got our sand over here, you go play in your sandbox over there. That's what I say. If you have a problem, call me, we'll work this out. We'll have a conversation, okay, we'll work it out. Right?
Okay.
What are we talking about here? What's the problem? We're wasting paper on this.
Well, I think it's good that somebody came along and said, no, leave it alone. You know, it's not,
Yeah.
we're not tossing religion down anybody's throat. Just, it's an honorary symbol, and leave it alone.
Exactly. Personally, I like to have religion tossed down my throat.
Really?
Yeah, I'm religious. I do like religion, of course. Who doesn't believe in God? Come on. All right, put your hands up. Put your hands up for Jesus, baby. That's what I'm saying right there. Hallelujah.
You've been healed. Oh.
I don't know about that. God can work some wondrous things, but that's, I don't know. You're going to have to do some praying for that.
Okay. Well, moving right along, because that's the end of that same story. Sorry. Okay, Governor Cuomo is, he was given a speech in the past, couple of days, right?
Right.
And he suddenly came up with this new thing that there's a new home raising program available for Long Islanders recovering from Hurricane Sandy. Cuomo was in Freeport and announced an optional elevation program for Long Islanders to consider. He says the state government will fund the elevation of a home if the home is located in a flood area or if a home is designated to qualify by FEMA. What he didn't say is that it is the same program that has been around for over a year, now called New York Rising, which hasn't given out $1 to anyone. The only payments that fund has made to date are payroll for its workers. Thank you very much, Governor Cuomo, for nothing.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for nothing.
Yeah,
We're still waiting for a check. So that we could say.
so is everybody.
So that was the big announcement.
Yes, we've got this new fund that's going to give you lots and lots of money to fix your house. Oh, by the way, it's the same one that's been around for a long time. And no
And
one
it hasn't
wants
paid a check out yet
Yeah, to anybody.
to anybody.
Right.
So that was the big announcement.
Yes, we've got this new fund that's going to give
Hey,
Okay,
there's an echo in here.
you're
So now,
terrible.
here's the corker of the whole thing. I find this not interesting or funny, but ridiculous is the word I'm guessing. But yeah, so even though I tried to talk to some people over there at New York Rising to have them come on because I wanted to interview them about where are we at, what are we doing here, how's it making out? You know, and Governor Cuomo's name came up as well. You know they didn't call me back, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
And even the worker that I spoke to at New York Rising, she, oh, I don't have that number. You don't have the number to your boss? You can't call your boss and, how do you call your boss? How do you talk to the boss? How do you even know what's happening? You know what her quote was? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Well,
Great. So for almost 2 years now, all they've been doing is making payroll for these people that are supposedly working these cases, and no money's coming out.
that's absolutely
Great.
right.
Awesome. Good job.
Maybe what we need to do is all of us with homes that have problems since Sandy, we need to go work for New York Rising. At least then we get some money out of
Get
them.
some money out of the deal.
Okay.
That might work, you know. What do they say? Hold your enemies close.
Yeah, something like that.
Hold your friends close and your,
Your
enemies closer, right?
right? Okay. Daytime drama star Susan Lucci and her husband Helmut Huber.
Helmut?
Love it. Stupid name. Helmut Huber have put their
We used to call
ocean.
people helmets when I was in high school.
Yeah, that was not what you meant.
That wasn't the same thing. Though. It was different.
They've put their oceanfront Quogue home on the market. The
Quogue?
Quogue.
Quag.
I don't know. I know people that say Quogue.
Yeah, it's Quag.
I like Quogue.
Quag.
I like Quogue. It sounds more classy than Quag.
Quag.
Exactly. Sound like Quag.
Quag.
Frog.
$2 million.
Quag. Yes. No more. The classic Hampton-style
$20
home
million
is
bucks.
listed for $19,995,000 with Enzo Morabito and Amy Fitzpatrick Martin of Douglas Elliman Real Estate. The home is called Four Winds, was built in 1989, and has not been on the market previously. The finally appointed 10,622 square foot home is on 1.4 acres with 160 feet of ocean frontage. Ocean and bay views are abundant in the two-story house, which has 7 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. Oh, man. In a 2008 article in Hampton's Magazine, the 67-year-old actress said that when she and her husband wake up in the house, they feel like they're on a cruise ship. Duh. She added, on 3 sides of our bedroom are views as far as the eye can see. We never take this view for granted. I certainly hope not. A 20 by 45-foot gunite pool sits between Dune Road and the home, which also has multiple turrets and numerous decks and balconies. In addition to the 2-story living room and a 2-story turreted library, there is a widow's walk, a catwalk about the living room. The lower level of the house is the designated play area and is home to a billiards room with a bar, an efficiency kitchen, and a nautical-themed media room. A full bath with double showers and a changing room lead to the pool and a walkway to the ocean. Taxes? $32,837. Ouch.
That's a lot of taxes. Well, it's almost the same as our house, except we don't have the widow's walk.
Sure.
Always wanted that.
I know you have. We don't have anywhere near 7 bathrooms.
No, that's a lot of toilets right there.
Man. I did manage to find the listing on the real estate website.
For that?
Uh-huh. What a house.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Holy
sure.
cow.
You spend the $20 million, it better be what a house.
Uh-huh.
It better be a house and a half.
I don't like the decoration. I don't like the decor, the way she did it. It's not my style, but other than that, wow. What a house. So the Suffolk County Police Arson Squad is investigating a fire that overwhelmed a home under construction Tuesday night in Watermill. A police spokeswoman said the fire on Seven Ponds Road was under investigation after several East End fire departments had worked to control the blaze. Second Assistant Chief Chris Brenner of the Southampton Fire Department said the fire started about 7:12 p.m. and described it as massive. The smoke could be seen as far away as Medford, which is about 35 miles. At least 100 firefighters battled the blaze and no injuries were reported.
That's always a good thing.
Yes, that is definitely a good thing. I think, well, that's it for serious news.
Okay.
You want to take a quick break and we'll come back with our stupid news?
Absolutely.
Because I got some good ones.
Sounds good.
All right, so we'll take a quick one and we'll be back in a little bit.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Hey, this is Chris Les Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
Paul Brown and the Killing Devils. Alternative progressive rock like you've never heard before. Over 1 million views on YouTube. New York City Village Voice says Paul is a gifted singer, songwriter, and musician with one of the best progressive rock bands on the planet. LA Underground Music Exchange calls him the only modern American band to cover every genre well. Pick up the albums Black Widow Tears, Red Spider, and The Wizard's Dawn, now on iTunes. And get to Facebook.com/Killing Devils to keep up with the latest info.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or the flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural,
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit hansoncarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
Hello, welcome to the show. We are back, you guys in the Chic. Thanks for joining us on Wednesday for the hump day, getting you over the hump. So we went through the serious news that local here on Long Island. Now we're going to go through some stupid news as well. And, this can cover a wide spreading audience.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Messing with the control room.
Okay, well, a 15-year-old Kentucky, well, we got to do the stupid news thing, right?
You want? No. We're done with serious. Now we're on to the fun stuff.
So, a 15-year-old Kentucky man suffered second-degree burns after rubbing alcohol on his chest and lighting himself on fire in imitation of a popular Facebook and YouTube fire challenge. So apparently, Lexington police said that the officers were called to the 3600 block of Appalachian Way to assist a teenager who has burned himself after watching the fire challenge videos online. The teen, whose name was not given, mimicked the online videos by pouring rubbing alcohol on his body, then setting himself on fire. Yes, unbearable, said the teen who suffered second-degree burns. Literally, after it got put out, it was really blistering. Videos of the fire challenge also show the teens spraying themselves with aerosol cans before lighting portions of their bodies on fire in order to singe off their own hair, but the videos never show the physical aftermath of lighting oneself on fire. Just watching it and never seeing what ended and just being childish, the teen said of his actions. One of the firefighters who took the teen to the hospital said that the burns suffered by the boy will likely affect him for the rest of his life. After getting a second or third degree burn later in life, if you get a sunburn, it's going to be compounded by these particular burns. Absolutely. So the moral of the story is,
Don't do this.
don't do this. How stupid do you need to be?
This is ridiculous. The pictures we put up, this is actually a kid who was standing in a shower with the shower running. He poured this stuff all over himself, and then he lit a lighter, and he went up in flames.
Yeah.
And then, like a dope, because he's on fire and he's panicking, he ran out of the shower, and he's running around,
Like Richard Pryor.
freaking out.
You're right. Just igniting more fire.
Yes. It was all over him.
Don't do this stuff.
I kind of understand.
This is not,
the one the firemen are doing with the cold water challenge.
That's stupid.
It's stupid, but I get it.
I don't get it.
Well, it doesn't hurt you, is what I'm getting at.
It doesn't hurt you, but it's not right. But I guess, in a way, it kind of coincides with the whole fire department challenge as well. Because the fire department challenge, you know what that's all about, right? The fire department challenge is basically they'll give you this challenge where you need to jump into cold water, or the other thing is you have to donate $100 to the burn center.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different rules to it.
Right.
But at least nobody gets hurt on this challenge.
Nobody
This
gets hurt.
fire challenge is ridiculous. Pour something on yourself that's flammable. Videotape you lighting yourself on fire.
Right, and then the firemen do the fire challenge to donate money to the boneheads that lit himself on fire in the burn center.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story is...
The moral of the
don't light
story
yourself
is
on
if you're
fire.
stupid enough to do that, let them burn.
There you go, thin herd. I'm with it.
That's ridiculous. Now, who would light themselves on fire on purpose? Would you guys ever light yourselves on fire on purpose? Big nose coming out of the control.
Big no coming from Matt. Can't see Kevin, though.
I'm sure he's saying no.
I try it.
I am saying no, but sad enough, I know people that probably would.
Right. You know what? Tell them they should. Thin out the
I'm
herd.
sorry, there's
More
just-
air for me to breathe.
I don't understand it. I really don't. It makes no sense
No,
to
it makes
me.
no sense. Absolutely does not.
Why would you do something that could potentially hurt you? And if you're stupid enough not to know that that's going to hurt you, there's something very, very, very wrong.
Yeah, you know, my mother's cousin, he died playing with matches when he was younger. He burned
Really?
himself, yeah.
Yeah, but he was probably a little kid, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. He was a little kid.
Yeah.
He was not a teenager.
They didn't know drop and roll back then?
But no, it's not that. He was probably, what, 5 or 6 years old?
I don't remember how young he was.
He
but I
was a
remember that.
little kid. This
little
is
kid, yeah.
teenagers doing this.
Yeah.
They should know better by now.
You would think.
That's what I'm getting at.
You would think, yeah.
Okay.
All right, moving right along. Well,
So, while most people rely heavily on looks while speed dating, a new project in London is forcing people to do the exact opposite and choose by personality alone. It's an event called Paper Bag Speed Dating. Participants were asked to make snap decisions based purely on the personality of the person who sat opposite them because the person was wearing a paper bag over their head. Believe it or not.
really.
It's created by the brains behind a new London-based dating app called Love Flutter. Paper bag speed dating was organized as part of the Say No to Shallow campaign. They said they were running the events as part of an awareness campaign for their new dating app, which only allows you to view a user's photograph after you've read a Twitter-like 140-character fact or quirky fact about that person. Okay. The free app presents blurred profile pictures which can only be brought into sharp focus by first reading a 140-character interesting or quirky fact about that person. So you can see nothing but blurry on the app until you read
The quirky.
the Twitter post, basically,
Okay.
about the person, and then you can see him. I think what it should be...
I like puppies, moonlit walks, and lighting myself on fire.
And what they should be is they should be just a little teeny tiny dot that's total blur. And you read that 140 thing, and then they become a slightly bigger blurry dot.
As you're reading it,
Each fact, each little quirky thing, you get to see a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more about the person. And until finally you get to the end and you, okay, now I can see them. Because one little Twitter post, big deal. Who's going to have a hard time reading that?
see, in my day, we just used to just take them and put like 3-4 boneheads behind a wall and then put some chick over there, or vice versa, in a chair, and she would ask questions to the 3 boneheads behind the wall, and we call that the dating game.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
No.
It's a wall instead of a paper bag, and then you pick which one you want. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes, but they got a free trip.
They got a free trip.
That's all it was. They got a free trip.
Free trip.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember the dating game.
You're a nut.
It's true.
It's true, they got a free trip.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, 10 things you didn't know about vibrators.
Oh, I love this story. No, I want to do this one.
Okay.
I found this. This was really
All
funny.
right, I'll do sound effects.
Okay. No, this is 10 things you didn't know about vibrators. Okay. And some of it is really funny. I don't know how anybody figured this one out, but supposedly Cleopatra used angry bees in a hollowed out gourd as the very first vibrator.
How did that come about? Was that hammered into a rock somewhere?
I don't know.
How did anybody know about that? Angry bees in a gourd.
I don't know.
Really?
That's supposedly, yes.
I want to see the rock this thing was hammered out in. I want to see the pictures that they used to depict this. Some guy in a little, taking some bees, jamming them into a gourd and putting a cap on it and handing it to Cleopatra while she's standing there all spread eagle.
Exactly. And how much vibrating
Does
could
an angry bee do? I mean, really, what do you do to get them angry?
I don't know. Maybe you lock them up inside a gourd.
Maybe that really sets them off.
Yeah.
There you
maybe.
go. We're gonna be gourd hunting them, I'm guessing, huh?
Nah.
After the show,
No. There's much better things than
Car
bees
batteries.
now.
chainsaw attachments,
So let's move on to number 2.
something you could put on the end of a sawzall. What the hell is that?
That is actually one of the first, one of the early,
It's a grinder.
kind of, yeah. That's one of the very early vibrators, believe it or not. But those plug into the wall, so those aren't the super early ones, believe it or
That's
not.
a 220 volt vibrator you got right there.
Well, there was a time, believe it or not, that people did not believe that women were that women got horny.
Really?
Really, they said that didn't happen, only men did, and that women actually were suffering from hysteria when they got going.
Oh, okay.
They would actually go to the doctor, like,
And
what's
get
wrong with me?
Get a treatment for it.
Yeah, apparently the doctor took care of it.
I'm sure he did. Little California long stroking.
Kind of. No, apparently he manually took care of it.
Oh yeah, put him up in the stirrups and straightened him out. Really?
Really? I'm thinking
I missed
women,
my calling.
women way back then would have been like, I'm not afraid of the doctor. The doctor's great. This is wonderful. I need to go to the doctor. Honey, I need to go to the doctor. Can I go to the doctor
Yeah.
today?
Didn't you go yesterday? I did.
I need to go again.
I need to go again.
Yeah, and apparently that's what they did. They
Really?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Doctors gave hand jobs to women.
that was, yeah. I mean, it's all 2 and 3. It's the same thing. Yeah. They took care of business because the women were hysterical, apparently. I love the way this guy wrote the article,
How
but I
long
really
ago
can't
was
read
this?
it.
I want to know.
That happened?
Yeah.
The 19th century, so it would be the 1800s,
Okay.
according to this.
They would. I mean, what were they doing anyway? They really didn't do much. Bloodlettings, leeches,
Yeah.
You know.
And hand jobs.
and hand jobs. Straighten them out.
Early modern vibrators, believe it or not, were hand cranked.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Can't you cut out the middleman right there?
Huh?
You don't get it. What do you need the crank vibrator for? You just eliminate that and go right to the source.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean, really. You're cranking like it's going out of style over there. The thing's barely moving.
Well, maybe that's not the case. Maybe you
Maybe
crank
it's
it
geared up.
right. Maybe it's geared right, so
like
you
a-
crank just a little bit, and it goes.
So in other words, that's where the egg beater came from.
Could very
It
well
originally
be.
was a crank vibrator.
Could be.
So you I'm like, hey, you know what? We can use this. Mom, you want to make eggs for Sunday? Yeah, I could do that. What do you want? Make me cowboy eggs. You know, ones that are all mixed up. How am I going to mix it up? Bing.
My vibrator.
Yeah. Mix up the eggs. And that's where scrambled eggs came from.
That could very
You heard
well
it
be.
here first. Two guys
That's
in it.
right. So moving right along to the next one.
We teach, we learn.
That's right.
That's what we do here. We educate.
So what if we're learning about vibrators?
Yeah, it's education, right? I mean, you know, this could go a long way.
Yes. Well, then after crank vibrators, apparently they were.
You're kidding me. All right, who wrote this? Matt, did you write this to be funny?
No,
Was there a
steam
little
power.
tank? There was a little tank, and there was a little guy putting coal in the back of it?
Maybe, I don't know. The prevailing method of powering machines in the late 19th century was using steam. An American doctor named George Taylor used it to make the first steam-powered vibrator in 1869. Believe it or not.
Okay.
I'm thinking that had to hurt
I
like
need
hell.
one of these.
The first electromechanical vibrator was invented by Dr. Joseph Granville. He patented the first one in 1880. So apparently, 1869 to 1880, they'd use steam, and somebody went, "That's too hot."
How did you know they said that?
Come on, it's steam. No? There
Yeah,
had to
but that
be
doesn't mean it was-
explosions. There was.
How big is this tank?
It was steam. Steam.
But the guy
powered-
was stoking this thing like the Titanic? I mean, how big is the... I'm thinking a little tank like this. You pop a couple little coal dust in it or something. What do you do?
one like little charcoal.
Did it have a little release on it so you can have a little air horn? Daddy, I heard a horn. Don't worry, that's Mom. Is there a train?
Yes. Then the next one was invented by Hamilton Beach. That's the first.
That I could see.
It's the first straight up electricity powered vibrator. Was
I'm sure it was straight up powered.
1902.
Right. And
It
it had crush, blend, mash, puree on it.
No, actually, that one, the very first one by Hamilton Beach, I think is the one. It's actually still around.
Yeah, it's called a blend.
No. Oh. Okay, so they were breaking
Is it
new ground in
still
the
around?
electrical device market.
I want that.
So new, in fact, that the only domestic devices to precede it were the sewing machine, the fan, the tea kettle, and the toaster. Anyway, it's pretty much still around. It's the well, what do they call that one? The magic wand. No, sorry, that one was later. That was Hitachi, I think, right? I don't know. First
You
cordless one
seem to
was,
know a lot about this.
I read the article. The first cordless one was invented in 1968, just in time for the sexual revolution, the 60s.
The 70s coming along.
Needing nothing but batteries and imagination. Woohoo! So the original Hitachi magic wand, there it is. That was number 9. Doubling up on the O-Face inventions, the almighty original magic wand was invented the same year as the first cordless one in 1968. The design was so explosively popular that it sold like crazy and even got featured in the Tom Hanks movie Bachelor Party. So 1968, the magic wand came around, and that one is actually still
In existence
still
today.
in existence today.
It's still a powerful vibrator company.
I've never actually seen one in person, but it
Commanding,
apparently has remained mostly unchanged in design. The
Really?
only thing that's actually changed about it is the name. It used to be the Hitachi magic wand, and then after a while Hitachi said we don't really need to be in the name anymore, and it's just now called the magic wand. Believe it or not. And that's that.
And that's that.
That's that. Number 10 really has no...
No bearing on what we're talking about.
Well, no, they made a movie about vibrators, apparently. It's called Hysteria.
Really?
Really, I've never seen it. Never even heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No.
We'll have to put that into the DVR, see what comes up.
Yeah, I don't think so. So, moving right along.
Moving right along.
Okay. Where are we?
It seems like it's a new one. It's a Jake Gyllenhaal movie, I'm guessing.
It's his sister starred in it.
His sister. Really?
Yes. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh,
You want this one?
go ahead.
Okay.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'll see if I can stumble through this one, too. Stunning news this morning out of New Jersey as reports of police discovering the body of a young woman under a motel bed have been confirmed. The owners of the motel asked that their name and location be omitted from news reports to protect their business. The body, which has yet to be identified, was found by a person staying in the room. I dropped the television remote, and when I went to check under the bed, I found her. It was like something out of a scary movie. said Aaron Silver, the man staying in the room. Don't I sound like the guy that did the felching session?
Yes, stop it.
According to initial reports by the medical examiner on the scene, it appears as though the body lay undisturbed in the room for about 5 years, where it was a normal amount of rotten decay, and the body to suggest that it had not been moved or touched over the course of that time. The motel has not made a comment about this issue, but have told police that they constantly cleaning their rooms and have no idea how this could have slipped beneath the This is the felching session. How do you miss a body? Come on,
5 years.
somebody's getting canned. A body does not slip between the cracks.
Under the bed for 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. A pubic hair slips through the cracks. A body does not slip through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I clean that room every day, and I noticed the smell several times and told my manager, said Anita Rodriguez, a housekeeper at the motel. She told me to just use extra Febreze in the room, and it would go away eventually. I always hated cleaning that room.
Duh.
So in other words, it could pass as a Febreze test.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. A motel representative say that all their rooms are cleaned daily, but that it is not the policy of the company to make their housekeepers check under the beds.
I know.
What's the point? They do a heavy clean of the rooms to sanitize for a guest, but when it comes to under the beds, they just run the vacuum around the edges. Who really looks under the bed anyway?
Me now.
Yeah, no reason to waste anyone's time, said Charles Dyson, a representative of the motel chain. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, said Police Chief Joe Goldsmith. I've seen a lot of strange things in my time on the force, but to think about all the people who stayed in that room with a dead body beneath them and they didn't even know it, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Who wrote this stuff?
What's ironic is that police have seized room and occupant records for the last several years and are trying to trace the person or persons who may have stayed in the room around the time of the death of that body.
I'm guessing
But-
if they're looking for the person who's under the bed, they're not going to find him.
Maybe.
He's probably under the bed.
Well, no, they're going through the records to figure out who it might be.
So somebody checked in, but they didn't check out.
Exactly.
Kind of like a Roach Motel.
Yes. The records are showing that literally nearly 1,000 complaints from people who stayed in the room over the years. Everything from a bad smell to an eerie feeling. Several people even asked to switch rooms in the middle of the night. I'm thinking people should have checked
Check
that
the
room
room
out.
a little more close, yeah.
Yes.
Ay. The body of the young
How
woman is set for
creepy
an
would that be?
autopsy at the end of the week. Yeah, that's pretty.
Can you imagine?
No.
Dropping the remote and you know going to pick it up and there's I don't know
Well, that's
teeth a
come
couple
on.
inches
It's just,
away
that's
from your
just
hand.
another Dawn of the Dead movie, all right? Really, when you think of it.
So what you're saying is Kevin would love this.
Oh, absolutely. He'd probably pay extra to stay in that room.
Is that true, Kevin? Would you pay extra to stay in that room? No.
Just a regular price.
Ugh. Yeah, no, from now on, any hotel room I ever stay in, I'll be checking under the bed.
They'll throw in a free ice bucket and a can of Diet Coke for you. They make you happy because of the smell.
Oh, and an extra can of Febreze. Okay, so moving right along, we are almost out of time. Pittsburgh Steelers player Cam Thomas is being sued for allegedly giving his ex-girlfriend herpes. Yucky. 27-year-old lineman has also been accused of lying to the woman, saying the pus-filled bumps on his buttocks and inner thigh were the result of sweat buildup, and that the noticeable sores on his penis came from a zipper accident. I'm thinking, who sleeps with somebody with that kind of funk going on down there? Really? That's good. Thomas has vehemently denied the allegations through his legal team, who says the woman is after money. She claims she dated him in 2010 when he played for the San Diego Chargers, and that the two would often have unprotected sex. I'm just that much more grossed out now. Funk, unprotected. Blech. According to the lawsuit, she had a sexual health checkup in December of 2010, but the results were all clear. Then in February 2012, she tested positive for herpes. She maintains that Thomas is the only person that she could have contracted the disease from. In her suit, Adrian also claims Thomas was physically abusive during their relationship. However, she never went to police to file a complaint. She's suing for sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, fraud through intentional concealment, and negligence. She's seeking unspecified damages. However, Thomas will fight the claims in court. They're saying that she is angry, mean, and vindictive. She's unhealthy. He's unhealthy. I'm grossed out. I'm just like, I'm skeeved now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm just.
That's why I didn't give you this one.
No? What do you mean?
No.
You did? Yeah, you did.
I didn't give you this
You
one.
sent me this story. Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes, you did. Unfortunately, right now, I am picturing the
Cooties.
pustules.
What?
The pustules on his butt. It's what's,
Maybe she thought it was just a big pimple. And she popped it and it squirted all over the place.
Oh, God. You know, we were going to dinner after this.
It's a dietary supplement. is what it is.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm just trying to help out. I'm a helper. That's what I do. I help.
Thank you so much. All right, well, that's it for us, now that you're grossed out and disgusted. Come back in a couple of hours for Nerdgasm. They're going to be talking about The Purge tonight, is that right? They're talking about The Purge, Part 1 and Part 2. What did you think? Did you care? Did you like it?
This
Did you
week
hate
might
it?
not be a good week for The Purge. I think there'd be too many people at my front door. Can we wait till next week, till this all blows over?
Well, they'll be talking about it. Doesn't mean it's happening.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
So I'm in the clear.
So, 10 o'clock. And tomorrow night, we've got Dear Dad with Dan and Tony.
Yep, Dan and Tony will be in the house.
And
Rick Eberle will be back next week, by the way.
excellent. We'll have Rick Eberle
So
with
Rick
your
Eberle's segment will be back next week.
local happenings.
Correct.
Oh, and definitely check out the contest tab. We've got all kinds of giveaways for concerts and stuff for the Paramount, for Revolution, for Space. Got all kinds of places and lots of stuff you can
Right.
win.
If you are interested in the Eddie Trap and the Days Beneath Us and Exist Among at the Emporium in Patchogue, Long Island, New York, you're going to want to get to that contest tab and sign up because that is tomorrow.
Ooh.
So we will be drawing the guests sometime tonight after midnight. So you should get in there and sign up if you want to go. Also, Big Head Todd and the Monsters with Ryan Montabu.
Nice.
And that's going to be Friday, August 1st, and that's at the Space in Westbury, Long Island, New York. So that's another one. If you click on the contest tab on nradio.com, you can win that as well. And last but not least, you're going to have Madco, tribute to Bad Company, Freebird, Leonard Skinner's tribute, and Love, tribute to The Cult. And that's Friday, August 1st as well. And that's at the Emporium in Patchogue, Long Island, New York. So hop in there and get those clickets. Clickets on the tickets. You can enter to win
All right.
those because we'll be drawing those. I guess tonight for the one and tomorrow for the other one. So yeah, don't waste your time. Get on there. Tell your friends. Share it on Facebook.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so that's it for us. We'll see you next week. See you later. Bye.